Darthella was cleaning house, just like she was killing snakes. Her son Larry got run over by a damned old train, and they fixed his skull with a thin metal plate. Then Gary and Dion moved to California, and Uncle Redneck stayed home to marry the beauty queen. Kenneth, he was her baby boy, and sometimes she called him a can of beans. His Papa Bird could fix the radio with a pair of alligator clips. His big sister Barbara was Dot's little shadow, just taking care of everybody else's kids. And Ken, he was a wild one, but some say not as wild as little Darlene, yeah. Well, Leanie, she's a wild, sure, but 'tweren't no one as wild as a can of beans. His dad at chess, yeah, and his brothers learned him how to fight. He had life just busting right out of his chest, and he could sing and drink and dance all night. He grew to screw whoever he wanted. Hot dang, some girls thought he was better looking than James Dean. Heck, Clint Eastwood might have been a handsome young man, but couldn't hold a candle to a can of beans. Then Ken met Pamela Lee and told her she could not get pregnant the first time. And after 9 months and a shotgun wedding, well, that day of birth was mine. He moved his new family to an old farmhouse in Kaysville, on the other side of the tracks from the Dairy Queen. And I remember walking with my mama, crying in the rain, waiting for my first baby sister, little Kathleen. Got a good job at Wonder Bread. They moved us to a new house behind Ma Bell. But then Wild Turkey helped him wreck the red Ford Fairlane, and he flirted with some time in jail. He tried to say that Ma was driving, proceeded to kick the crap out of almost every cop on the scene. Some of the old police in Davis County still recall the real name of a can of beans. Yeah. So Ken moved us to Weber County, Old Town 23rd in the rear. And I went off to Lauren Farr Elementary and learned about poverty and fear. I remember sitting in a big red ant pile, listening to my mom and daddy fight and scream. Ow! Yeah, my young eyes saw walking tall violence committed by my own dad, that mean old can of beans. But Ken, he would light out quick in his Camaro or on his motorbike. You know, sometimes he'd be gone for weeks on end, and sometimes he just return whenever he would like. He'd turn to the drink and beat on Ma, and then leave us without the rent or even a tin of sardines. We was broke and we was hungry, but we'd had our fill of a can of beans. But Can, he liked to dish it out, yeah. And he called me Mama's boy. He avoided paying child support by giving me a checking account, so I bounced checks on concerts and joy. And then he went and bought me a motorcycle, yeah. Kissed my four-bumper with lessons on girls, guitars, guns, and gasoline. There've been a great many father figures, yeah, but few stood as tall or got as small as that open can of beans. Yeah. Ken, he loved all his family. He just loved him some whiskey too. And he would speak to the Lord every morning and then go out looking for something better to do. Ain't it funny how love and life are hypocritical, and jealousy and infidelity are as common and rampant as those dirty magazines? Yeah. Well, the paradox was not lost on that cheating old can of beans. Ken broke and started other families, and I gained me more sisters too. He used to pride himself and say he had a child on the playground of every elementary school. Now I've got more nieces and nephews than I've ever seen. Bright in their eyes, just like a flashlight, just a splash of a can of beans. Now it really wasn't that long ago when everyone beat their dog and their wife and their kids, and the fussing and fighting, well, weren't the worst things that Can ever went and did, but I miss him and I forgive him for the abandonment, the bullshit, the violence, and pretty near everything. So hear me now while I sing the song of the last ride and the wreck and the reckoning of a can of beans. He fought with the devil and a few demons inside of himself. Sometimes he would let them win and they would drag his ass all through hell. He rode that motorbike to the edge. And Cousin Gary swears to God he came blazing back. I saw him clear as day at Doc's funeral, and I'd like to think that he, Larry, and Redneck went fishing with a can of worms down by the tracks. Yeah, clickety-clack. So that can of beans ain't completely gone, though we lowered his battered body down into the ground. We sang Forever Young, and the knocking on heaven's door resounds. He taught me that love and life and death are nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about or fear. to the can of beans and fill this son of a can of beans up with beer. Yeah. And some whiskey too, you hear? Can of beans he loved to ride his motorcycle. Yeah. Can of beans took one last ride on his motorcycle. But it didn't hurt.